Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome back to another episode of News Dose, where I give you all of the latest gaming news. And hey, we are only 10 days away from that big Xbox Series X event on July 23rd. I know there's a lot of excitement surrounding that event, but there is a lot more stuff happening in the game industry right now. Xbox did announce a big game for Xbox Game Pass today, which will be releasing later this month in July. And we do have some other Xbox stuff to talk about as well, so stay tuned for all of that. Also, could there actually be any truth to those July Nintendo Direct rumors? This has been making waves among the community, but up until now, it just seemed like rumors. With some new information though, it is starting to sound a little bit more likely, so don't go anywhere and we will talk about that as well. Before we get into all that though, first let's go over some of the quick news, starting off with Ubisoft Forward. Ubisoft did hold their E3 replacement event just yesterday, where they announced a few new games, and finally revealed some official Assassin's Creed Valhalla gameplay. I have been noticing a lot of negativity surrounding this conference, but after watching it, honestly I think it was a pretty solid event. I'm not going to say it was mind-blowing because it did lack a big surprise announcement, but there were some good things shown here. I mean, at least it was better than the EA event. We did get to see some gameplay of both Assassin's Creed Valhalla, as I just mentioned, as well as Watch Dogs Legion. What I will say is that Valhalla may have not been the next generation leap like some people wanted it to be, since it has been confirmed for next generation consoles, but you do need to keep in mind this is usually how early generation games work. More often than not, early generation games are not really a big jump from the current generation, and it'll be a few years before you start to see those generation-defining games in terms of visuals. As for the actual gameplay though, it seems like it's more similar to Assassin's Creed Odyssey, but with Vikings instead, and if you do like Odyssey, Valhalla looks pretty good. You do get to choose the protagonist's gender once again, so if you want to play as a female instead of a male, you absolutely can do that, so that's good news there. Now, Ubisoft did show some gameplay of their new IP Hyperspace, which is a really interesting looking battle royale game. I think the art style in this game with the cyberpunk-esque world is really attractive, and they're really trying to integrate this game with Twitch, where viewers can actually vote and kind of have an impact on how the game unfolds. That is a really interesting idea, though we will have to see how that one works out. You can actually go check this game out for yourself though in an open beta for PC. Yes, it is available right now. The big announcement though was definitely Far Cry 6. It wasn't really a huge surprise though, because it did leak online last week, and we did talk about this on Friday and whether or not the sun was false from Far Cry 3. See, I didn't get the numbers mixed up this time. But to see Giancarlo Esposito in this game with his brilliant acting skills was really cool to see. It was a very bone-chilling cinematic, and the thing about Giancarlo Esposito is that he does play a fantastic villain, part thanks to his facial expressions paired along with his voice. If you've watched Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. I do think that the cinematic trailer that they put together was very good, though unfortunately we did not see gameplay, the most important thing, and that is a big letdown, because this was the big Megaton reveal. Now, from my understanding, Ubisoft did hold back some announcements for later in the year, so maybe we get another event like this. Hey, maybe they could even try to remember Beyond Good and Evil 2 next time, and hey, I would like to see a new Rayman game myself, just throwing that out there. Moving on though, let's go over some game updates. Platinum Games' new game, Babylon's Fall reveal trailer for the PlayStation 4 and PC will be getting delayed. In the year of 2020, this is almost like clockwork by this point, as game after game has been delayed, though in this case we are strictly talking about the reveal trailer. The thing is, Platinum Games announced Babylon's Fall back in 2018 for the PlayStation 4 and PC, and it was originally set to release in 2019. Obviously, it was then delayed to 2020 with no official release date, but it was expected to be at least shown during the summer, because really, we don't know much about this game just yet. A lot of the excitement for Babylon's Fall revolves around it being made by Platinum Games, the same developer behind Nier Automata, Bayonetta, and Wonderful 101. So yeah, they do have a pretty good track record, and in my opinion, Nier Automata in specific is an absolute masterpiece. That is a fantastic game, but unfortunately we will have to wait a bit longer before we see a more in-depth look at Babylon's Fall. You have to start to wonder when this game will actually release though. You think maybe they might just try and push this into a cross-generation title with the PlayStation 5. I don't think that would be a bad idea honestly, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. Either way though, hopefully the wait will be well worth it. Also check this out, Persona 4 Golden has already reached 500,000 players on PC, which is actually really crazy. Persona 4 Golden has only been available for just 1 month on PC, and for almost any game that's not a super high budget AAA game, 500,000 is a really big milestone for a game to hit. The thing is, Persona 4 Golden is a remaster of a PlayStation Vita game that released back in 2012. So a remaster such as that hitting 500,000 players in just 1 month is beyond good, which really begs the question, why didn't Atlus do this sooner? I think it's been fairly obvious for a long time that yeah, Atlus should be supporting more than one device, and they absolutely should not stop with just the PC version. Atlus should be putting Persona 4 Golden on the PlayStation 4, the Switch, and even on Xbox. I think Xbox Game Pass subscribers would love to have a game like this, and don't stop with just Persona 4. Let's make all of these games multi-platform, and I can assure you, they're going to see a lot of success, and more importantly, there is going to be a lot of happy gamers. This is an amazing franchise, especially if you like JRPGs, so seeing it have a lot of success on PC really isn't all that surprising. Persona being a multi-platform game has been such a no-brainer for a long time that it truly does not make any sense why it did not happen sooner. But as they say, it's better late than never, so let's keep them coming. I will ask you though, what Persona game would you like to see Atlus port next? Let me know in the comments below. And speaking of Xbox Game Pass just a moment ago, Xbox had a few announcements today, one being a new Xbox Game Pass game for the month of July, and this is a big one. Yakuza Kiwami 2 will launch day 1 into Xbox Game Pass on July 30th. Now, Yakuza 0 and the first Kiwami game did release into Xbox Game Pass earlier this year, so this makes the third Yakuza game to launch right into Xbox Game Pass day 1, and I'm going to tell you this right now. If you have not played this franchise and you like story-driven games, then you absolutely need to do yourself a favor and go play this game. I would recommend starting with Yakuza 0, which is truly one of the best stories I've seen in any video game. It really is that good, and it's just a wild ride with a lot of twists and turns along the way. And I know when you see the trailers of these games, they do look goofy or whatever, but the stories are very serious. Yakuza 0 in specific legitimately may make you cry because there are certain scenes in that game that are very emotional. So don't let the goofy looking trailers fool you here. The gameplay itself is kind of like a beat-em-up RPG, and it's a lot of fun. Plus, the city you explore is very atmospheric. I really can't say enough good about Yakuza, so definitely look forward to Yakuza Kiwami 2 when it releases on Xbox and Xbox Game Pass on July 30th. This once again just adds another great game to the already brilliant Xbox Game Pass service, and I almost guarantee we are not finished with the Xbox Game Pass announcements for the month of July. I have a feeling that they will have a few more surprises over the next couple weeks for us, and as always, I will keep you up to date on that. I'm a big fan of Game Pass myself, so I'm always looking for new games there. Now, they did technically announce another Xbox Game Pass game today, but this instead is for August. In fact, Microsoft Flight Simulator will be launching into Xbox Game Pass for PC on August 18th. Yes, the legendary Microsoft Flight Simulator is finally making its return to PC once again after being gone since I believe the early 2000s, and this franchise looks better than ever. Dare I say this may be the most realistic game that I've ever seen. It almost looks like you're flying in real life. It's crazy what they have done with this game, but yeah, it's finally going to release on PC on August 18th. Now, this has seemingly surprised a few Xbox fans though, or shall I say fans of the Xbox console. Some Xbox fans are frustrated that Microsoft Flight Simulator will not be launching on console day 1. It will come to console eventually, and I do imagine that they will likely just wait until Xbox Series X launches. Gears Tactics also did something similar earlier this year, where it launched on PC first, and supposedly it will come to console later. It is an interesting strategy by Xbox Game Studios, and even though these games do have a stronger audience on PC, I am a bit surprised they didn't launch side by side with the console version. However, both of these games were developed by second-party studios, and their main focus was probably on PC, and that's understandable because these type of games are more popular on PC. I think we all just need to be patient here, and hopefully for you console fans, the wait will be more than worth it. Now for our last topic of the day, the Nintendo Direct rumors are really ramping up now. There is an insider by the name of Kelios who is claiming that there will be a new Nintendo Direct on July 20th. Kelios did apparently leak the mini direct that appeared earlier this year accurately, so fans have been putting a lot of stock into this rumor. I do want to emphasize the rumor part here though. I am not saying this is true, but with that said, suddenly out of nowhere, some new Switch SKUs have popped up online over on GameStop. This could mean that there are some unannounced Switch games getting ready to be revealed. As to where or when, I don't really know, but this only adds more fuel to the fire that there could be a new Nintendo Direct next week. As I said before though, there is no guarantee on that, but I do think Nintendo needs to do something. Paper Mario Origami King will be releasing on July 17th, and really after that, we don't know of any more Nintendo developed games that will be releasing on the Switch this year. Now, according to some leaks, Nintendo is planning on releasing some 3D Mario Remastered games this year, so you would think that they would announce that sometime soon. Then there are some rumors for a new 2D Metroid game, as well as a Pikmin 3 remaster. I don't know with absolute certainty if those last two will actually happen, though I do hope they do, but you would think that Nintendo would have to announce them sometime soon. With that said, they could just end up doing what they did with Paper Mario Origami King, where they just throw out a random announcement trailer and start hyping it up after that. They could do something very similar with other games this year. For me personally, I would prefer a new Nintendo Direct and just get everything out in the open. But with so many companies working from home now, I'm sure putting things like that together can be very difficult. I will ask you though, do you think a new Direct will happen next week, or do you think it's all made up? Let me know in the comments below. Anyways though, that's it for this episode, but if you liked the video, don't forget to hit the bell notification and subscribe button for more content just like this. Also, I am on Patreon if you want to support the channel over there. Peace out.